Think getting banned from a cruise could never happen to you? Well, a lot of passengers thought the same, until they were permanently banned for actions that seemed harmless at the time. In this post, we're diving into 4 real-life cases, and the valuable lessons each one offers. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a Royal Caribbean regular, these stories could help you avoid simple mistakes that might ruin your dream vacation. But before we dive into the main topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help me reach my first milestone of 500 subscribers. It really means a lot and gives me the motivation to keep improving both the content and video editing. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into it. The first case is about someone who jumped just to film a viral video. In today's social media age, just one outrageous stunt caught on camera can make you go viral nationwide. But that fame might come at a steep cost, like being banned from cruise ships for life or even facing legal consequences. On a sunny day aboard Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas, 27-year-old Nick Nadev, a former skydiver, jumped off the ship's 11th deck into the ocean. The video looked fun and exhilarating, but Nick had no idea how serious the consequences would be. He and his friends were immediately kicked off the cruise and forced to find their own way home from the port. Even worse, he was later investigated by local authorities for his illegal act. Every year, dozens of cruise passengers die from jumping or falling overboard. This is also why simply standing on a balcony railing could get you banned for life. Another case involves a poor decision made for the sake of a photo, when a woman thought a daring pose would be a good idea. She was spotted posing in a swimsuit on the edge of her balcony while sailing aboard Allure of the Seas. According to Royal Caribbean's guest conduct policy, sitting, standing, lying, or climbing on, over, or across any exterior or interior railings or other protective barriers, or tampering with the ship's equipment, facilities, or systems designed for guest safety is not permitted. Another passenger saw her risky behavior and quickly reported it to the ship's crew. She and her travel companion were immediately removed from the ship at the very next port of call. A Royal Caribbean spokesperson later confirmed that she had been permanently banned. They are now banned for life from sailing with Royal Caribbean. The next case of a Royal Caribbean cruise ban involves violence and physical assault on board. A teenager from North Carolina faced felony charges after flying into a rage inside an elevator and allegedly knocking another man unconscious. Michael White, 18, was arrested in Fort Lauderdale following the incident aboard Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. He was charged with aggravated battery causing bodily harm. According to local media reports, at least one other person was listed as a co-defendant, though that individual's name did not appear in Broward court records. The confrontation, which happened in April, began with behavior inside the elevator. A group of teens was reportedly jumping around in the elevator, causing it to shake. A woman approached and asked them to stop. The group began arguing with her, calling her names, until a man accompanying her shouted for them to quit. As the man and woman tried to exit the elevator, the group refused to move. The man pushed through the crowd to get out. Police say the man was punched in the face, stumbled backward, fell to the ground, was kicked, and eventually lost consciousness. When he regained awareness, he told police he was lying in a pool of his own blood on the floor. Unsurprisingly, Michael White and his group were permanently banned from sailing on any Royal Caribbean ship. In early April, another cruise line, Virgin Voyages, also made headlines when a passenger reportedly choked and threatened to kill another guest in a bizarre altercation at a bar on board. Naturally, the growing number of violent incidents on cruise ships has left some travelers uneasy about their upcoming sailings, and many are now wondering what cruise lines are doing to prevent passengers with a history of violence from ever boarding in the first place. A concerned cruise guest recently raised this issue for discussion in the Royal Caribbean community on Reddit. Reddit user *GKCOOK* asked fellow cruisers, do banned guests from Royal Caribbean get banned from other cruise lines as well? The user explained that they believed passengers who commit serious offenses on cruise ships should be banned from all cruise lines, not just the one where the incident occurred. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Disney, and MSC should share info on guests that get banned for particularly egregious misbehavior so they can't cruise again. I'm not talking about puking in the hot tub, but violent assaults, sexual harassment, etc., GK Cook clarified. This passenger also expressed concern as a parent traveling with children. I'm actually starting to wonder if I should even let my responsible kids walk around the ship without an adult after reading recent news stories, Cook continued. You would think security would be doing a better job at tracking troublemakers as they roam the ship. It's not like unruly teenagers are hard to spot. With over 100 comments and upvotes, many Royal Caribbean guests agreed that cruise lines should step up security efforts and collaborate to maintain an industry-wide no-sail list. So, can banned passengers still sail with another cruise line under the same company? That's a question many curious cruisers are now asking, especially as more shocking stories of misbehavior at sea continue to surface. While there's still no industry-wide system to share passenger ban lists between cruise lines, some cruise companies do enforce bans across their affiliated brands. For instance, if a guest is banned from Royal Caribbean, there's a good chance they may also be denied boarding on sister lines like Celebrity Cruises and Silversea Cruises, all of which are owned by the same parent company. Similarly, passengers blacklisted from Carnival Cruise Line could also find themselves unwelcome on other Carnival Corporation brands, such as Princess Cruises, Holland America Line, and even Cunard. But how strictly are these bans enforced? That often depends on the severity of the incident and the policies of the cruise line in question. So here's the question. Was a lifetime ban too harsh or totally justified? Do you think these rules protect us or go too far? Have you ever witnessed behavior on a cruise that made you uncomfortable? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinion in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going, because what's happening on cruise ships today might shape what your next vacation looks like tomorrow. And hey, if you want more real stories like this, with insider cruise tips and eye-opening truths about life at sea, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our next video.